fine people.
Imagine 480,000 structure fires, in which 2,755 civilians die, and 15,420 are injured. These are the actual numbers from the National Fire Protection Association in 2010. Every 2 hours and 49 minutes, one death occurs, and in 30 minutes, someone is injured. Fire departments respond every 65 seconds to a structure fire, involving $9.7 billion worth of property damage. Through my personal volunteer experience with the fire department, I am well aware of the devastation and outcome of children playing with matches and lighters. The National Fire Protection Agency reported statistics are used in this presentation, along with news agency reports, the Nebraska Legislature website, the Center for Disease Control, or CDC, and the Federal Emergency Management Association, along with a personal interview of a Dakota County deputy. Parents need to be responsible when children play with matches and lighters and start fires that cause property damage and threaten the lives of others. First, we'll take a look at the statistics of children playing with matches and examine their ages and the extent of their damage. Second, we'll look at cases involving children that have access to weapons and the consequences of their parents for those actions. Third, we'll take a look at social services, the DHS's efforts to protect children that are placed in dangerous situations, but yet overlook matches and lighters being left for children to get a hold of. Hopefully, after hearing this information, you'll be able to help protect children within your family and the circle of your friends by collecting lighters and matches, showing support of stronger DHS guidelines, and you'll know who to voice stronger opinions to for sentences of irresponsible parents. Potentially dangerous situations are created with matches and lighters falling into the hands of curious and naive minors. They can reach for any one of you or someone closely related to you. Parents must be responsible. Parents and adults should be held responsible if a minor child starts a fire which causes property damage and loss of life. At www.usfa.fema.gov and at www.nfpa.org, they state that children playing with matches and lighters are the leading cause of child fatality casualties. The younger the children, the more likely their involvement in the fire. The Center for Disease Control in 2010 said that the group at the most risk for fire-related injuries and deaths are 4 years of age and younger. Children are hurt and they kill themselves when they play with fire. FEMA, in March of 2001, had a web article stating that 3,650 children ages 14 and under were involved or killed in residential fires. 40% were under the age of 5. The Center for Disease Control said that fire and burns are the leading cause of fatality home injuries. The U.S. is ranked 8th among the 25 developed countries for their mortality rate due to fire. Many of these fires are preventable. 1 death every 169 minutes, 1 injury every 30 minutes. How do children get these matches and lighters? Deputy Voss stated that no one that is underage should be able to buy a match or a lighter, but there are no laws regulating this. He said they don't have any need to carry them. Younger children can't go into a store and buy matches, so how do they get these tools to start a fire? The tools are left lying around. We need to educate our parents to the use and the danger of matches and lighters. If we see matches and lighters laying around, we need to pick them up, dispose of them, or store them in a safe place and not leave them for children. Parents need to be held responsible if their children get a hold of matches and lighters, just like they're held responsible if their child gets hold of a gun or a knife or drugs. Parents need to know these are dangerous weapons. Law enforcement, prosecutors, and other authorities that keep the law need to know that they need stronger penalties for parents. At www.dailymail.com, a February issue in 2012 stated that a Washington youth, 9 years of age, had access to a gun, put it in his backpack, took it to school. When he dropped the backpack to the floor, the firearm discharged and struck one of his class members. Prosecutors are going after that mother and boyfriend for third-degree assault and for allowing the boy access to a gun. www.cdpost.com stated in March of 2012 that a 5-year-old male took 50 packets of heroin to school for show and tell. That stepfather's being held on a $100,000 bond for risk of injury to a minor. Yet, at www.kpic.com in April of 2012, a juvenile in Oregon got a hold of a lighter, went into his bedroom closet, and started a fire. That juvenile was injured. Damages were in tens of thousands of dollars. 13 fire personnel responded. The police department, another fire department came to help. The gas company was called, the electric company, but no one was charged for the fact of that child having access to the lighter, which caused all the damage. Again, in Gainesville, Georgia, a 4-year-old went into his bedroom with matches and started his bedroom on fire, causing the Melrose apartment fire. Everyone escaped. Damages were only in the thousands, but there was no mention of neglect or responsibility to anyone for that juvenile being able to access matches. Someone needs to be responsible. The person that left those matches and lighters laying around is the one that needs to be responsible. We need to speak to our legislature, our congressmen, and ask for stronger penalties. Local authorities need to be told that we demand stronger sentences for parents who leave lighters and matches in the hands of children. Parents and adults have to be responsible. Our voices need to be heard. The Department of Health and Human Services has removed children from homes that are left in dangerous situations. DHS will walk in if you have knives or guns laying around, or cleaning supplies or drugs, they'll remove the children from the home. Yet if there's matches and lighters laying around, nothing is done. We need to speak up. We need to be heard. We need to alert people to this problem. We need to secure matches and lighters away from children and save a life, and eliminate the number of fires and for property damage. Imagine you live in an apartment complex. There's a fire, everyone escapes, but you don't have any insurance to replace your articles that you've lost. And later you find out that it was a juvenile that started that fire. Wouldn't you want someone responsible for letting that child get a hold of those matches? It doesn't have to be this way. Secure matches and lighters. Speak up to those that can make a difference. Stand up for what you believe and protect your property. Thank you.